All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's go ahead and just dive in. And we can do our oil protocol. I just went live about citrus blooms. So I'm going to be using this oil tonight. So grab an oil that's near you or speaking to you, maybe one you haven't pulled out in a while. And go ahead and do some deep inhales. So good. All right. And if you feel so inclined, repeat after me or repeat any affirmation that is speaking to your heart tonight. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best. I am doing the best that I can. Okay, awesome. Actually, just since we're talking about citrus bloom, I haven't gone heavy in promoting this oil yet, and I'm glad I didn't because doTERRA did send some inserts. If you got your LRP already this month, then you probably got an insert about the Citrus Bloom Mother's Day collection. Well, unfortunately, as we know, with this current times, production delays and beyond their control are. So doTERRA had intended to, last year at Mother's Day, they debuted the Citrus Bloom, and it was the 15 ml bottle, the deodorant, the lotion. I love the lotion, the body wash, and a touch roller. Or did they do a touch roller? I don't think they did a touch roller. This time they're doing a touch roller of it. And so unfortunately, it will not be available to purchase for Mother's Day. So I'm not sure if doTERRA is going to offer us something for Mother's Day, but I would suggest if you were waiting for this collection, it's coming. It's just not coming when we anticipated. And I would perhaps make an alternative plan for Mother's Day. So, maybe thinking about some kits ideas or suggestions you can put together for your team or for customers as an option for Mother's Day, because I didn't know this. I guess I should know this, but Mother's Day is in 3 weeks. So people are starting to buy and shop for Mother's Day, right? And so great time to be a little bit of creative and help people maybe look at some of our skincare products, our personal care products, maybe the Yarrow Palm holiday set is still available, which it doesn't even look like a holiday set. And I love that bag and all of the things that come with it. So something to consider in lieu of that. But this Bloom collection is coming soon. Tonight, we are going to do a little bit of product education. Aisha is going to be sharing with us about Correct X. And then we are going to go ahead and just do a quick leadership recap. For some of you, a lot of you were able to tune in and attend leadership. And I know it's a couple of weeks removed now. At leadership, they announced BOGOs, and I know that was crazy for everyone. But we wanted to just highlight some of our big takeaways from leadership, as well as some of the corporate announcements and updates. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and make Aisha co-host so she can present and take it away.
Have to be unmuted. Hi everyone, Aisha here. I'm just going to make this into present mode and get started. So today I wanted to share about one of doTERRA's many products that isn't necessarily an essential oil. This is Correct X. So it's one of my favorites. I'm sure it's one of many of our favorites to have and carry on us all the time. What's really cool about Correct X, as you're going to learn, is that it's made up of a lot of essential oils that are really powerful and really promoting for skin health and for regeneration of our skin cells. Okay, so diving right in. If we take a look inside, what are the ingredients of Correct X? This is a multi-purpose natural ointment. So similar to some other ointments that you might see in a yellowish tube, but it's all natural. So that's what's really amazing about it. It's great to help our skin return to its healthy state. It's also really soothing for our skin. If you look at the ingredients here, it's made up of some of like the most awesome essential oils, of course, by doTERRA. So you have helichrysum, which is really amazing for skin health. So as you can see, it helps distressed skin recover quickly. Frankincense is one of those oils that's great for a myriad of things, but really helping to promote the restoration of the skin. And it's also an amplifier oil. So what's cool about frankincense is that it's going to help to amplify the effects of those other essential oils that are in it as well. So moving forward, you have tea tree, lavender, cedarwood in there as well. Those are all known to be really soothing for our skin while also being really cleansing too. So this is a natural ointment, and I think that more and more we are becoming more aware that, you know, everything we put on our bodies is being absorbed. So to be able to find something like Correct X that we can feel confident in using is really empowering. So this is a petroleum free and a preservative free ointment. Again, it's so useful for so many things. And if anyone wants to share in the chat how they like to use it, because there's some different ways to use Correct X that you wouldn't necessarily think of. Some of the most common include, of course, using it on your skin. So if you get cut or if you get scraped or if you have some sort of skin irritation, this is a great one to grab. You can put it on pierced ears when having difficulty. You can read some of the other common uses. What's really a neat way to use it that I heard of was when you're traveling on airplanes or, you know, traveling, you're going to be around people. I've heard of people rubbing a little bit on the inside of their nostril to, you know, whatever you're breathing in, you want to make sure that you're having an added layer of protection, especially now. So I've heard of it being used in that way as a preventative measure. I've also heard it used as a chapstick if you didn't have anything, or if they're really chapped. I'm sure this would help promote regeneration and help your skin get back to that healthy state a little quicker too. So one of my favorite ways that I have recently used Correct X is actually with lavender in that photo next to the 10 uses, and it was for a burn. So usually I just use lavender, but what I did this time was add Correct X with it. And I feel like it really helped to moisturize the area a little bit more rather than just the lavender oil. Of course, Correct X has lavender in it, so it's not necessary to add the extra lavender, but I just wanted to do that since that was one that I had, and to incorporate the Correct X in there really helped to moisturize it. And I feel like help it heal a little faster too. So we'll check out the chat in a little bit. But again, this is one of doTERRA's many products that they make. It's an all natural multi-purpose ointment, great to have in your purse, great to have in your first aid kit. It's also a really awesome gift that you could give to someone too. It's simple to use and pretty straightforward on how to use it as far as application. So you can put a little bit on a Q-tip and apply it that way. If it's your own personal one, you could put a little bit on your finger and apply it that way as well. But just really simple. And I just wanted to highlight this product that doTERRA had. So all right, there's no more slides after this. So this is the last one. I'm going to stop my share here. We're going to pop into the chat and see what people say, because I know that there are some neat ways to use this one too. All right, let's get down. Okay, wait, are we talking about ditch the Neosporin, LOL? But really, and I think that's what's so awesome about doTERRA is that there are a number of natural products that you can help to reduce the toxic load that's within your home. So not hating on them, just saying that you could clean up things and go a little bit more of a greener route with so many of these products that are so powerful too, and really providing you with almost, I would, and providing you with more health benefits than you would be getting from other products that we're used to using. Okay, so yes, for pets too, I've used it on my dog multiple times. That's great to know because I have not done that. Yeah, but that is awesome. Wish I had with my kids, but awesome with grandbabies. Yeah, super awesome. I always have it in your purse. My daughter just used it last night. Oh, she was having a runny nose and her skin was sensitive to from blowing her nose. We rubbed it around the inside of her nose. Smart. I love that. Thanks, Kate. Also use it when you got a cold sore. Ooh, didn't think of that. Let's see. It's my go-to repair. Oh, long chapping lips. Definitely used for a paper cut too. Thanks, Auntie. It's a good one. I feel like grandma could use this. Okay, anyways, the Vielas had an amazing success story with with Vana and Correct X, lavender and tea tree. That's a huge thing that I'd love to hear about. My youngest got hit in his lip with a baseball bat at practice today, split his lip open. So good thing I had this razor. I applied it twice so far. That is like, these are just prime examples of the power that this little tiny bottle can have. And that Fraser had something to do right away. Yeah, you're really equipping yourself with what you need to react to life's circumstances. Wes and Willie were trying to do a parkour the other day and used Correct X when they got scraped up. Oh my gosh, parkour. Haven't heard that in a long time. It's funny. And an awesome example again. So any scrapes, irritation, skin things related of that sort, there are many uses for that. So thank you for listening. And all right, back to Liza.
I can't stress enough, though. I'm so glad Aisha did this product because it is literally like an unsung hero product. She was talking about gifting. I bought a set this last year of the pandemic. My kids learned how to surf and all their soccer friends learned to surf. And so I bought these whistles from Costco that were on sale. It was like a pack of 10, but like, emergency whistles. Cause if they're out on the water and something maybe is in the water and they need to get out, right? Got to get them out quickly. And so I was thinking of making these goodie bags for all our surf buddies with, one of these whistles, a tube of Correct X, some band-aids, like gauze or something. And actually I was going to do some helichrysum, I think, just because I love Correct X. But if you have excessive bleeding, getting a drop or two of helichrysum on there first is really great. And then like kind of layering that with the Correct X. And legit, like, went surfing this weekend. Tay got cut by the used Correct X. My friend's husband got a huge slice on his foot, used the helichrysum and Correct X. So this is just one of those products. Like, I have one in every car, I have one in every bag. And even for non-oily people, this is the jam. So definitely, if you don't have a tube of this, get this. But this is definitely one of those great products that, as you're helping people to learn more about all that we offer, you're going to want. If people are ever, and obviously we want people to know the value of the LRP and like replacing but if somebody's ever like, oh, I don't know what to order a tube of Correct X. I promise you can't go wrong with that. So thanks, Aisha. That was so great. And I loved hearing that. And then Jai's going to post the testimony. They did post it on their Instagram, but that Vana testimony, I asked Jai to post about it in our Facebook group as well, so that you guys have those pictures, because it's pretty remarkable, for sure. All right. We're going to go ahead. I think what we'll do is I'll do some updates from leadership, and then we'll leave like, oh, it's in there. Oh, sorry. I have terrible reception in Pune, so I haven't really been on today. Thanks, Jai. So I'm going to give some leadership updates, and then we're going to sort of just move into more of the feel good takeaways from leadership. Kate has an exciting announcement based on, I know her team shared about the Be Brave, Not Perfect sort of campaign. And we have something in the works for the team as well with that. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just dive right in. So these are the leadership updates from corporate. Okay. And just kind of wanted to put them here for all of you guys. If you didn't know, just a reminder that the 2 new wellness kits are live. So we debuted 2 new wellness kits. The sleep wellness program and the respiratory wellness program. Sunday at 5 p.m. this last week, we talked all about the sleep collection. Thank you to everyone who joined. I won't lie, I was a little disappointed. We only had maybe about 20 people who showed. Thank you to all of you that did show up. Thank you to all of you that invited. You know, obviously people have lives and families, but I want to say that we did have quite a good turnout of new people that I've never recognized at these classes before. And so that's really exciting to me. So this coming Sunday, again at 5 p.m., Kate will be teaching an Essential Oil 101 class at 4 p.m. And then at 5 p.m., I'll be going over the new respiratory collection. And any customer who attends or any silver and above leaders aren't eligible, but everyone else attends live and is eligible to be entered to win 1 month free of any wellness collection of their choice. So there, we do now have 5. We have immunity, relief, and mind and mood, and we added these 2 on. And they're available. These are only LRP. These are only eligible through your loyalty rewards program. You also get additional products for an extra 20% off. If you don't know a lot about the wellness kits, I highly recommend that you attend on Sunday as well, because they're going to be an integral part of your business and sharing those with others. And you want to be able to talk about these and the incredible value that they bring, not only physically, but also savings, the free gifts that people get, and the extra products that they can get and add on for a really deep discounted price. Okay, if there are any questions that pop up, Kate, I can't see the chat right now, so just let me know, okay, and I can stop. Next is the debut of a new kit. This Aroma Essentials kit is brand new and available now. I ordered this kit. I am totally obsessed with it. I think it's a phenomenal kit for customers and for new members alike. So you can add it to your monthly order, like I added it to my monthly LRP, or it is also eligible as a starter kit for new enrollments. It features the beautiful glass Laluz diffuser and then 5 ml bottles of some of our favorites like peppermint, wild orange, balance, breathe, serenity, and on guard, and adaptive, as well as our cheer uplifting blend, and then 2 oils, citrus bloom and northern escape, that are not even available for purchase. And I say this all the time, but I love 5 ml bottles for traveling and for in the car and that kind of thing. So this is a great kit for everyone. So just know that it's available to you and as well to potential new customers. Announcement was made about a revamp to our hair care system, and it will replace our current hair care system. There is no exact date, and but right now the plan is that they'll be launching in summer 2021. They're both just getting a makeover. You're going to see some fresh new packaging, which I have to admit is very aesthetically pleasing. Really liking this, loving the pump tops on all of them. But they're also free from all harsh chemicals, including sulfate, silicones, phthalates, and parabens. So, you know, doTERRA, we always try to keep the main thing, and the main thing for us is our essential oils and the quality and purity of our essential oils. But what I really love is that I can trust on them to constantly up level and continue to push themselves to, you know, supersede the standards, because the standards in the United States are really, really low. And so this is just another way of them continuously helping us to reduce our toxic load. And then they're debuting a new leave-in conditioner product, which I'm super excited about. This is going to help you revive your hair by locking in moisture, helping with detangling, protecting damaged hair. And I'm super excited and I just can't wait. And Fraser just put that she's super excited for it too. And Fraser has like ridiculously amazing hair. So she uses all of our hair care products too. And our serum and oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart, but I use both of them every day. The root to tip serum and the, oh my goodness, whatever the other one is. Thank you. Somebody's writing it in the chat for me. Oh no. Danny just said my white girl weave is dying for a leave-in. Oh my goodness. It's Danny. Anyway, our other hair care products outside, our styling products are not going anywhere. Okay. But it's just the shampoo and conditioner and the addition of a leave-in. Um, and Fraser's going to actually share about this a little bit later. But there was really just this focus on non-toxic, reducing toxicity, and so like a renewed focus on reducing our toxic load and the importance of understanding the products you use in your home and the effect they can have on your health. So there is a 15-minute recording of this event. Oh, teacher mistake, sorry. So I will post this later, maybe I'll post this in the customer group later for you to view. But this will also be the focus on the upcoming spring tour, which if you're on Maui, I am going to be sharing details about. Yeah, so that's coming up soon. Okay. So Fraser's going to share a little bit about this as well. The business building certification was announced, and it goes, oh gosh, it goes in alignment with the new business builders guide. So if you haven't yet gotten your hands on this guide, it's $10 in the back office. If you're on Maui and actively building or sharing, I am happy to get you a copy of this. So this business building certification course, though, what is crazy, you guys, is that doTERRA's had certification courses before, but they've always charged something. They've typically been very nominal charges, but you know, they've still charged something. This is absolutely free for anyone that is classified as a wellness advocate in the back office. So if you you have given basically, to be a wellness advocate, the only difference is you give your social security number because you need to get 1099s for any commissions that you make throughout the year, right? And so as long as your account is classified as a wellness advocate, you have access to this for free. So I will go ahead when I'm done sharing, and I will take all of these links and pop them into the chat so that you guys can start opening them up and saving them. And then I will also put this is already in the builders group on Facebook, but just in case it got lost in the fray, I will repost it as an option for you. But this is self-paced. I highly recommend doing it while you have the book, though, because the book does go hand in hand, and you might be doing the course and feel like, ugh, I don't have anything to refer to. I don't have anything to write, you know, the things that they ask you to do here, your plan and your map and so forth. So definitely get that guide that goes along with this free course. And no judgment, I haven't started yet, but it's on my to-do list to dive in, and I've completed all of the certification courses that doTERRA offers, and there's really something to be said about utilizing the resources that the company provides for you. Just a reminder about Founders 2.0. If you don't know about this, this is an opportunity for the first 200 wellness advocates with a focus on the US market to receive a percentage of the company's profits for life. So this equates to approximately $100,000 for the rest of your life by securing one of these spots. To secure, so far, when this was announced at leadership, only 6 of the spots had been filled, and there were only 29 people that had over 500 points. Now, since then, just this last month, we had one more person who claimed the 7th spot. So there is still 193 of these spots to claim. And this is really an opportunity that is truly available to everyone. So if you want to learn more about this, and this program, and definitely go to the website, read, learn, and then set up a mentor call with your enroller to help you really map out a plan. And I just want to say this, if Founders is something that is on your dream board, on your goal list, this is something that's going to require an exceptional amount of concerted effort and consistency on your part in this business. And I don't say that to be discouraging. I, without a doubt, know that this opportunity is available for everyone, no matter what rank you are, no matter where you're at. But if this is something that you are shooting for, then you're really going to have to make time, and make a very, like, have a plan. So just so you guys know, and I think it's important that you guys know, we will celebrate, we will celebrate being a founders team. After this month, I am currently at 806 points. I was one of the 29 people here, that had over 500 points for the entire company. And I don't feel like I do anything exceptional in this business except that I'm really consistent. And I just encourage all of you that if this is your goal, that you recognize that that consistency is going to be a huge contributing factor to your long-term success. There is a lot of time to still get this. There is a lot of time. I don't think even half of those slots will be filled this year. There is a lot of time. So this is something that at all piques your interest, sharing in the company's profits for the rest of your life, equating to approximately an extra $100,000 a year, then I highly recommend that you look into this, okay? And we are here to support you, and your mentors are, because this is an incredible opportunity. Okay, so doTERRA talked a bunch about their global impact. Ui, was this, Aisha, was this kind of what you were going to talk a little bit about later too? Some of this stuff out here?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's fine too. And yeah.
Okay, no, that's perfect. I think that's great because you can tie it in. I'm not going to go really deep, but doTERRA is more than an essential oil company. It's really important that we understand the global impact that we make. And for those of you that are attending convention right now, like I'm looking right at Tani, and I know how powerful attending that first convention was for her. And I think it was the convention that I'm thinking of where did they have all the farmers come out onto stage, Tani, from like all the regions across the world. And it was so powerful. I mean, I got massive chicken skin because behind every bottle, you are supporting so many people and so many communities. And so when we say changing the world one drop at a time, that is not some sort of overly cliche, corporate statement. That is the reality, is that we are in so many countries making a phenomenal global impact. We are helping through Healing Hands to really restore hope and really combat human trafficking, being responsive to disaster relief. I don't know if you guys know, but you can always buy relief kits, especially as builders. Sometimes we do have the necessity to do some buy-in. There's emergency kits that you can use, and you order them through the company and they're sent directly to places that are in need of this disaster relief. We help with global healthcare initiatives, supporting children, clean water and sanitation, empowering women, self-reliance. And what I really love about Healing Hands and co-impact sourcing is that we don't go into these communities and tell them what they need. We ask them to share with us what they need, how we can support them. And I think that makes a huge difference, in being responsive to these communities and how we can best support them. So I will drop these links for doTERRA, Healing Hands, and co-impact sourcing into the chat when I wrap up my section. So a couple more things. At leadership, we were also sent a very, very small vial sample of the first ever in the world pure steam distilled jasmine essential oil. Kate has it right there in her screen. And this has never been available before anywhere ever in the entire world, you guys. And it's possible, it's highly likely that it will never be available again. So if you help 5 people get started this month with 100 PV enrollment, you get this free 2.5 milliliter bottle of jasmine, pure jasmine essential oil. that has a value of, I believe it's $400 or $500. I can't remember, which I think, keep in mind, this is a 2.5 ml bottle and most of ours are either 5 or 15, right? So if, we're talking about a 5 ml bottle being worth, $800 or so. Sorry, I forgot the chat here. Oh, Sasha, thank you so much. I truly believe that everyone that wants to be successful in this business can. You just have to make the choice to be, and you have to show up all the time consistently. And I'm just so excited that as a community, we get to celebrate it. And then we hopefully help to celebrate so many more of you that in becoming founders. Janice said, yes, that was the convention with the farmers. And it was such a humbling moment. I love that. Yes, Lori, it is possible. I absolutely believe it. And I hope that everyone believes it. And we are here to support you. Kate, it smells incredible, just like pikake. Yeah. And Janice just shared, going back to the farmers. It was such a powerful message, just the feeling of gratefulness for having such great partnerships with these amazing countries and knowing doTERRA takes care of them too. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So along with this promotion, and Aisha shared about this last week too. Well, actually, I shared about it that she put together because she was helping me out. But if anyone enrolls at least 3 new customers, they will receive a Dabana Touch. But if you do the 5 new customers, you will receive both the Dabana Touch and the Jasmine. Okay, this is my last slide, you guys, but it's really an important one. Okay, so first of all, I want to say this. This is only for Maui. I wanted to have an event on Oahu, but we were unable to secure a location. So if any of the Oahu peeps are on here, I did tell Simone today that basically we couldn't pull it together for an Oahu event. But if anybody on Oahu really wants to put something together and can find a venue, which can also be somebody's house if you're willing, I am willing to come up there. It would be on Wednesday, May 5th. Okay. And so, but like, you're going to have to tell me yesterday. So the timeline on this is really, really short, but I do think if I went back to them and said, listen, I did find a place. Is there any time you could squeeze me in on the 5th? I do believe that they would find some space for us. Okay. So, yeah. So Simone, so this right now I'm talking about Maui, but even if you're not on Maui, think about any Maui contacts you have. Think big. Think big. Think about people you know that have family or friends on Maui that you can ask them to invite. So Simone Lesu, our US Director of Sales, will be here from corporate. Okay. We will have 3 sessions, 1 to 3 p.m., which Tasha will be helping to host, 3 to 5 p.m., which Kate will be helping to host, and 5 to 7 p.m., which Kanani will be helping to host. And they will also be treating these as Diamond Club events, which is an incredible opportunity for potential new customers. Okay. It's going to be at Friends and Fair right in Wailuku. It's a great crafting space. We are looking at pretty much a max capacity of 15 people per event. All attendees are going to receive a party pack. Okay. And this is pretty much a deluxe pack of samples. I had to order them and pay for them, and they're on their way here. This is kind of with that 15 limit capacity. I know I had earlier talked about, really wanting to focus on new potential customers. But after hearing a lot of feedback from other diamond and above leaders and sharing their testimonies and feedback from the events, what's going to happen is if you get a new person or a potential new enrollment there, that automatically earns you sort of like a ticket there because you really want to be there. Now, if you can't be there, that's fine. Just let myself know, and so we can just, give them an little extra love and attention because you got to work or whatever. But ultimately, the goal is that if you were bringing somebody new or somebody's new, that you would be there with them. Okay. The enrollment promos are insane. Let me back up. I also feel compelled to say that I would love to get customers who haven't been to any live events before to this event. It doesn't matter that they're already enrolled, because from the perspective of other leaders, the corporate portion is so powerful, and it just really speaks to the heart of the company and many of the things that I shared about tonight as a recap from leadership. And so I don't really want to exclude anyone. I think what I'm just going to ask is that we first reserve spots for new potential customers, because that is ultimately the goal of Spring Tour. And if you are bringing any new potential customers, that automatically earns you a spot at the event. And then we open it up to, customers, especially those that maybe have enrolled in the last year and haven't ever been to a live event. And then of course, if we have extra spots, I would want to fill them with whoever wants to come to just see Sai, hear what he has to share, and just be part of. Honestly, you guys, the fact that corporate comes to Maui is huge. And they're only coming for our team. Like, there are other people on Maui that do doTERRA and build it, but they, so far right now, only our team has events. If you want to have an event during the morning on this day, that is also a possibility as well. If these times don't work for you, but you feel like you could get people together earlier in the day, I have the venue. Right now I have access to Simone, and I can be available as well. So just let me know if you would like to add on another time slot to this, okay? Because that's definitely something that we can do. Let's talk a little bit about the enrollment incentive, because it's amazing. So if your enrollees enroll with $145, there is no real PV involved in this. $145. So really, any kit, any enrollment kit, or Simple Solutions plus something else that's what is Simple Solutions? Is it 105? So $40 more. You and your enrollee get a free beautiful touch. Now, if you guys snag that in the BOGO, you know that beautiful is probably our ultimate unicorn oil. It is for me anyway. So you, as the enroller and your new member, get that beautiful touch. Not only do they get that, but because this is a Diamond Club event, they will get any of those Diamond Club incentives. So 100 PV order would be a free Citrus Bliss, and a 300 PV order would be an adaptive in Citrus Bliss. So I guess for the Diamond Club incentives, PV does matter. But here it gets even better. If your new customer places an LRP, so they enroll in May, in June, they spend 100 PV, they get 100 PV in doTERRA bucks when you do, sorry. If they do $150 ordering I better confirm this. If they do $150 order the following month, so not PV, but $150 order, they would get a voucher for 100 PV in free doTERRA products. Plus, when you enroll with a Diamond Club code and you get the Diamond Club oil, if you do 100 PV LRP the following month, you also get $25 in free doTERRA products. So this is just a really incredible incentive. This is not available. I should say this a different way. This is only available if that person physically attends Spring Tour. Okay, it's only, and so I get it. It sucks that we can't make it available to everybody. And believe me, people across the board have voiced their frustrations and opinions, but this is just how Spring Tours have typically been, because then there's just really no, cutoff for it. So I want to talk about this other save the date, but let me stop my share real quick and just see if you guys have any questions about that at all. So if you currently are scheduled to work and could possibly take that day off, or maybe rearrange your schedule to at least have one of those time frames free and make it a point to invite people, I'm going to write it on my to-do list right now to figure out an RSVP form with my assistant for those. But are there any questions? No. No. You sure? Okay. Just by a show of hands, how many of you are planning on heavily inviting to this event on Maui? Not everybody's actually has their cameras on, but okay. I hope you all take advantage of this because this is an incredible opportunity. And this really has to be one of those opportunities where people it's like a commitment. You know what I mean? Like they can't be wavering, like we're gonna hold a spot for them. So awesome, Beth. That's so great. I love that. And so we're gonna have that, but it's really imperative. And believe me, I get that we can't control what other people do, but it can't be like most of our events, most of our classes, everything is very much if you can make it, right? But this is one where we're holding your spot. There are only 15, like, please, make sure that you're committed to this. Yes, Sasha, that's a great question. I think typically the promotion for them expires within a few days of the event. So ideally, they would be enrolling at the event and you would be there with them and you would help them through the enrollment process. But say they, wanted to leave the event and think about it. I believe there's about a 48 hour to 72 hour window in which the promotion is available, and then it would go away. So hopefully that helps to clarify. But ideally, we would love for them to enroll at the event. Okay, awesome. All right. Filling his trip here. Is corporate filling his trip here? Filming? Oh no, I mean, they're doing these trips across the country. Like this is, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but we had it last year at the Wailea Marriott. Or no, it wasn't in 2020 because they canceled it. It was in 2019. We had it at the Wailea Marriott. And that was the first time I think I spoke at a corporate event, right? And so same kind of idea where they had like the customer section and then they had the builder section. Obviously, because of all of the restrictions in various places, this is how they're doing it. And I would actually venture to say they're probably not trying to actively promote this particular event for good publicity, because in some people's opinions, having people gather might not be a good thing, right? So, we're going to follow rules. Obviously, people need to be comfortable, and that's, you need to be comfortable. So if you're not comfortable, you're not going to come, and vice versa. And just because of the county rules and whatever, we will probably have to have people, wear their masks and so forth in the space. I personally, if I'm presenting, will probably take it off while I'm speaking, but I'll have to ask Jamie about that, more clarity. And things are constantly changing, right? Too. So okay, yes, the double dipping of the Diamond Club promos are amazing too. Okay, one more thing, and actually, gosh, I didn't realize I would go so long. So I definitely have a couple people that I are going to have to share tonight. So this is another thing that I just booked, you guys, and I really didn't know what I was getting into, but on the Diamond page, there are these people who are like, book a free class with these authors, Adam Bartlett and Vanessa Jean. So this is on 5/12 at 8 p.m. So May 12th for our call. And I don't know what time zone they're in that they can come to a call at 8 p.m. Hawaii time. Basically, it's this author. So they reached out and they were like, do you have our book yet? And I was like, no. And everybody on the Diamond thread was just like, this is amazing. My team loved it. And so I was like, sure, I'll sign up. It's free, whatever. Well, this is an insane book. I just got it in the mail to me today. It's called Gifts of the Essential Oils. And here I just opened Neroli. Like, this thing is huge. It's a citrus, aphrodisiac, transcendence, innovation, Neroli comes from one of the most generous plants in the essential oil world, the bitter orange tree. So all a little bit about the background of neroli. Then the next section is my gift to you is intimacy. Neroli helps to soothe away anxious feelings and thoughts, loneliness of tension, and knits you back together after times of trauma. And then there's like all of these recipes like divine trinity, neroli, jasmine rose. Danny, I feel like this book screams your name to me. Flow with love, neroli, cypress, lang lang, new friends, neroli. So I feel like it's almost a cross between like an essential life and an emotion, essential oils and emotions. Anyway, they're coming to do a whole training for us. I think it's an hour and a half though, so it will be a little later. It's good that we start now at 8. I want this to not just be for builders. I mean, get your customers on here. We will stream it live in the Facebook group for sure. But you guys, like I said, I don't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm actually really excited. So the authors of this book are going to be joining us. And from the feedback that I've gotten in the Diamond group, whatever they've shared has just been transformational for people and just given them a lot more connection and wealth of knowledge about our oils. So I don't actually know where this book is from. Because they just had it sent to me. I think you can look on Oil Life, but I will say this, you guys, Oil Life shipping to Hawaii is insane in the membrane, and that's why I never order from them. So my mom asked, of course, can we get the book ahead of time? I will send this guy an email tomorrow and say, hey, can you help us work with Oil Life maybe to get the retarded shipping to Hawaii? Like literally I'll go on for an oil stand and the stand's $50 and the shipping's $150. Like no joke. It's insane. So let me see, book order options. Okay. So I apologize. I didn't think about that ahead of time. All right. It is 8:47. So please save the date for that. And please, please, please invite. I'll have maybe Jai or somebody whip me up a graphic for this and we can share. But the requirement is that we have to have at least 30 people on the call. Now, this is our normal Wednesday team call and we have 29 people. So I'm not really worried about it, but let's shoot to get 50 people on this call. Like this is an exciting opportunity to learn. And if you have customers that are just loving their oils, encourage them to come for sure. Okay. All right. We are supposed to be sharing about leadership and some of our big takeaways, and it's already 8:47. So I'm going to have just Kate, Marissa, and Miley share real quick about some of their stuff from leadership. Or Kate, should we wait till next week for the Be Brave, Not Perfect stuff, or should we do it? We can wait for next week. Yeah. Okay. Because we have a whole Facebook campaign for that that's going to be happening in our business Facebook group in May that Kate will share about next week. So I'm going to turn it over to Marissa and then Miley to share with us.
Oh God, here I am talking to myself saying, oh, we can wait till next week if you want. If I'm not looking like a tomato right now, I'm going to, because I worked out for the first time in forever, like over an hour ago. My body is still in shock. So anyways, forgive me because I'm not great at public speaking. But one of my biggest takeaways and favorite speakers from leadership was this lady named Christina Bedell. And I hope I'm saying her name right. I now follow her on Instagram, even though her stories are 100% in Spanish. Mind you, I don't speak Spanish, but I just think she's great. So anyways, her topic was called turning leads into enrollments using Instagram. So if you're not an Instagram user, that's okay. You can always use a different platform, whatever you're most comfortable with. And Christina shared that 80% of her enrollments come from Instagram, which I know is unrealistic for me, myself personally, because I just don't have that many followers. But the strategies that she shared were really, really good. So One thing that she mentioned was that our target, which are generally women from ages 25 to 44, they spend an average of 2 hours and 53 minutes a day consuming content on their social media. And she just thought to herself, that should be us on their phones. So that was kind of her mindset on the whole thing. So for her, Instagram, and for me too, I'm always on Instagram personally. So Instagram is just very natural, especially nowadays. Social media is a natural way to stay in touch with people. So she really focused on pipes, which we're all familiar with, right? Prepare, invite, present, follow up, and enroll. And so she's focused that the first 2 letters, the P and the I, prepare and invite, she focuses on Instagram. And then the rest, PES, she really did on WhatsApp, which is not something I'm used to, but you can totally use Zoom, Messenger, in person, face-to-face, whatever works. And I'll break that down for you in a second. So she says that, and this was another point that I have on my notes. She personally never, and I know Natalia is like a rock star at this, I am not, but she never uses phone calls to connect with people, which I just thought was cool because it just shows that you really can do this business in any way that works for you. So that was something that stood out to me. Okay, going through the pipes and then I'll be done. Sorry. So number 1 was prepare, right? So for prepare, she does on Instagram. She said that it's really important that you content schedule so that you know what you're going to be posting throughout that week. Using graphics creation. I know Jai makes a ton of great graphics. So does Aisha and Fraser. And then of course there's like OneDrop. If you subscribe to OneDrop, that's an option as well. And then you also really want to have information on hand, like such as enrollment kits. Pre-recorded classes was one thing that she mentioned that I want to focus on, like starting to create, because you want to be able to offer people like, hey, we're having this live class on Zoom, or we're having this live class in person. Are you able to make it? If not, here's this pre-recorded class, and giving them that option. So there's that. She says, don't let the business take over. Oh, she said, don't let the business, sorry, I'm reading my notes as I'm telling you guys this. Don't let the business take over your Instagram completely. I know some people have 2 separate accounts and that's fine, but she says that people still want to see you, which is totally true, right? You don't want to just flood your Instagram with only business stuff. So sharing about your kids, your family, your work, whatever you normally share about, incorporating that as well, really doing it about 50-50. Okay, so then moving on to the invite, right? So inviting, you really want, she talked about attraction marketing, which is making people want what you have, essentially. So you want to bring value in the education that you're offering. I know Liza has been doing like such a great job at that. I love it. I have to do that too. Like this week or this last, I don't know how many days it's been, but she's been breaking down the oils in like that bite-sized pieces of that new enrollment kit, which is so great. So that's an idea for you as well. She said that you want to focus on what people are sharing. You know how people can reshare stuff in their stories or whatever. You really want to focus on what people are sharing and saving so that you have like, what's the word I'm looking for? Good content. I guess that's the word. She talks about IGTV videos, which is not like something I'm super comfortable with, but I'm working on it. She said IGTV videos work while you sleep, essentially, because they're there. It's not like you have to be live. Reels, all the different things. You just want to get engagement. So even when you're posting in your stories, like posting polls or like the sliders or the different interactions is a really good way to get more engagement. The more engagement you have, the more people see your stuff. So that's that. And then pretty much the rest, the PES, right? So we were spelling pipes in case I lost you. But the last PES, which is the What am I looking at? Present, follow up, and enroll. Present, enroll, and why am I blanking on this? Someone will put it in the chat, I know. But anyways, the last PES is basically, she uses WhatsApp. So she actually shared some of the scripts that she uses. And again, this is all through text for her. So she's reaching out to them saying, what do you know about blank? Have you tried blank? Or what are your needs in blank? And then a big thing she focuses on is what's your budget? And I thought that was really important because I think people want to know that you're customizing your service to them. So asking about the budget is a big focus that she shared. And then again, giving the option of the live class versus the pre-recorded class. However, she says that if they do choose the pre-recorded class, you really want to ask them, when can I follow up with you? Like, you don't want to just send it and forget it. You want to, send it, make sure that you have a time or whatever is a good time for you to follow up with them. And then lastly, when she asks when she can follow up, she will check in with them. And then of course, share the promos, share the kits or whatever that's going to work for them with a sense of urgency. So that was something she focused on. And then last but not least, she just, and we all know this, I know, but she said, be aware that you may need more than 10 touches before closing a sale. So it's not all just going to happen right away, but consistency. I know Liza always tells us this, and I am working on it, but consistency is key in all things. So yeah, just remember, don't get discouraged. It may take 10 different touches over 10 months for some people, or maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But just keep sharing. So anyways, okay, bye. That's all I have.
That was awesome. That was so good. Thank you so much, Marissa. Seriously, I feel like if you didn't watch that, or maybe you did and you forget, that was a beautiful recap of what she had to say. And I don't know if you saw my comment, but I am glad you touched on that. I think that one thing I've heard time and time again with anyone who's been successful utilizing social media is the consistency. Like, you can't pop in and out, post here and there. It is showing up all the time. And the reason why I did that challenge for myself was because I struggle with this. I know this, and I can repost images all day long, but actually showing my face, talking about the oils, it's not something I'm great at. So that was really, really great. And thanks, Jai, for putting in. She does have a personal and a business one as well. So maybe Marissa's gonna improve her Spanish skills soon. All right. Let's go ahead and turn it over real quick to Maile. And yeah.
Hi everybody. I think I'm just gonna talk about a few, just like 3 things, and they're actually short phrases that resonated with us. Jai took a lot more notes than me. I kind of just listened, and he actually knows way more than me, but the business side of it and the part of like moving us forward, one of the things that stood out, I don't know who said it, but it was keep it simple. I wrote that down. I wrote, keep it simple. We are super busy. We do a lot of different things on Maui. And just like all of you, right? We all have busy lives. And so those words, keep it simple, resonated with me. I do this, actually, Liza actually made me start doing this at first. Sorry, Liza. This success check-in, but actually the success check-in is my way of keeping it simple. So I use this check-in to see where I'm at, what I need to work on. And I also put all my notes, and actually this becomes my to-do list and my plan of action for the week. So this is where Jai and I go to, or actually I go to more and I tell him what he needs to do. So keep it simple. Don't make it, and make it so that you can accomplish it at the end of the week, not something that it's going to be, you're not going to reach. So I like that. Keep it simple. The other thing that resonated was that I wrote down like tips for income producing activities. But if Liza and Jai know me. I don't even pay attention. I don't know how much money I make. Like she'll ask me a question like, I don't know, like, are you gonna make your 50? I go, what is that? I don't know. But I know that these are key things to make our business move forward, or the business part of it. So like contact follow-up, sample prospects, schedule classes, support customers, right? Create value in social media, support your biz partner. And by the way, we don't have business partners. We've been doing this since July, is it? And we don't have none. We have 51 customers and not one of them wants to do the business yet. So we are just pushing forward by ourselves. But I wanted to just go in depth on something clicked for me. It was supporting customers. And so when I think about it, like not all the time I can get the 15 enrolled in the month or the 5 enrolled. Sometimes it's like 1, right? And so what resonated with, like, how am I going to sustain where I'm at and keep building? And so I really thought about like supporting the customers I had. So I asked, and this past month, we've been investing a lot of time in our current customers that are on LRP. So like maybe checking in on them and saying, how are you? Maybe suggest a new product. But then our biggest, did I lose you guys? Oh, okay.
No,
My biggest target was actually those that are not on LRP, because I felt like if I can get some of them on LRP, then I would be sustaining myself. So like our goal is really to maintain elite right now, and then eventually maintain premier. Although we hit premier, I know that I still need to learn, focus on maintaining elite. So I asked Liza the last time, a couple weeks ago, like, Liza, what is retention rate? Where do I get that information? And she showed me, and we were at 60.78. And she said doTERRA was around 65. And so we set a goal for 70%, to have a retention rate of 70. And so what I did was we just focused on the customers. We came up with incentives, and I didn't care if they wanted to buy one thing a month or do 100 PV. It really didn't matter. I just wanted them to get to do an LRP. And so this past week, when we met with Liza last night, we actually looked at it, and we're at 72.55% from 60%. And so I was just thinking like, hey, I was that person that bought one product a month, you guys, for a long time, for super long. And then look where I'm now. So I just thought, if I get everybody to buy a product a month, it will just keep sustaining us. And so like, I'm just setting a goal for next week for 75%, so I think that's my strategy that was one thing that resonated with me and is pushing us forward. And then a couple other things, it's just being consistent with a positive mindset. I think that's super important, like being consistent and just keep pushing yourself forward, because it's easy to fall. Like life can overwhelm you. And so if you don't have a plan of action, and if you don't stick to it, and you don't like put in that extra time, it's not going to happen, right? And I know that in life, with work and with our other business, our nonprofit, you gotta put in the time for it to move. And the other last thing is, we are in a business of blessing others, and that totally resonates with us. That's it. Thank you.
That's it. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. Everybody give a round of applause to both Marissa and Maile. That's so incredible. And Maile, you always are showering me with love and appreciation, but I'm so grateful for you and Jai, as this whole community is, and just for those reminders about why we're here, why we show up, and to just keep on keeping on. And I love that you shared, and also, is it what is your goal now? Your new goal? Is it like 85%? Like at some, or you
Oh
just,
yeah, eventually I said 75 for next week, but eventually that is our goal on there, like to eventually get an 85 retention rate. Yeah.
which is incredible. So, but thank you also for the reminder of being a customer on a very small LRP for very, very long. And you guys need to, I really think that that's a theme. She's not on here tonight, but many of you guys know Ashley Torser. She's my, she's one of my newer builders that was basically a Miley, Natalia. Like there were all these customers, and we have to ask, and we have to keep going back and asking, because we never know when people are going to change their minds and say yes. So keep digging, but lots of great feedback in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Kate is going to talk. My mom just posted that this Saturday there's a great free opportunity for mindset training, so I'll turn it over to Kate real quick.
That is a perfect segue. Yes, this Saturday, if you didn't see it in our builders group, we have a Tony Robbins training that Ray set up for the team on Saturday. It's at 2:00 Hawaii time. So if you are free, come. If you're not free, reorganize your life and make it free, because this is one of those trainings you don't want to miss. If you caught it last time, it was fabulous. And this time we have a different trainer, and it's going to be just a little bit different, of course, because different person, and then our focus is going to be a little different. So please, please, please make the time for it, because what you're doing is you're making time for yourself and you're making your business a priority. So come online on Saturday and we'll be there, but be sure to reserve your spot. So the link is in the group. If you need the link, reach out to me if you can't find it, or if you're not on Facebook.
You want to drop it here? I said I would drop all those other links and I didn't do it either. So I'm going to do that real quick. But do you want to drop it here, Kate?
Yeah, I can drop it right after
Okay.
I'm done. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, so that's Saturday. And another thing that my team is doing on Saturday, my leaders are coming together and we are doing one of the things we learned from leadership, which one of the talks was activate to reactivate. And our team just kind of really got excited about it, because we have the same issue Miley's talking about with our retention rate is pretty low right now. And we definitely want to re-engage those customers that at one point said yes to this lifestyle, to these oils, and just haven't been ordering for a long time. So the whole premise of this activate to reactivate is having your team come together and reaching out to those individuals and sending them kind of like a customer appreciation, some samples that fit into an envelope. And another big thing that they're going to get, and I wish I had a printout, but they're going to get a trifold that includes all the 5 different wellness programs that we have, explaining each of them, what they get each month. And then we will be writing them personal notes about reactivating their account. We'll include their ID number and letting them know that if they choose to get on one of the wellness programs, that we will on this one, they offered to pay the $25 reactivation fee if they did all 3 months. So I was going to brainstorm with my leaders on Saturday what we want to offer as that incentive. So yes, so in the envelope, we're going to send each of those people who haven't ordered for over 6 months, they'll get the wellness program trifold. They will also get a handwritten card from us, so that personal touch, which I think is so important. They'll get On Guard wipe, On Guard toothpaste, and a deep blue rub, because all of those things will fit in a regular size envelope, so we don't have to buy, the bigger envelope, the bigger postage, and so forth. So so we're excited because we're going to get to do the Tony Robbins training together, and then we're going to turn around and do some work together and have that time as a team to focus on reinvigorating our customers that have been inactive. So I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be a success, and I'm hoping our retention rate goes up. But I think the big part of that too, that is the follow-up, is the after those envelopes get sent out, a few days later, following up with each individual person saying, hey, just wondering if you got your card in the mail with some samples. Have you tried it yet? Which wellness program looks like something that you need to jump into? So that's going to be the key, is that follow-up, which it always is. Yeah, so those are my two big things to share tonight. And next week, I'll talk about our Be Brave, Not Perfect challenge. That's gonna be a 30-day challenge in May, so starting May 1st. So we'll go into those details next week, which I think that will be April 28th. Yeah, perfect.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks for staying on a little extra, you guys. I did drop all of those links from earlier in there. Kate's going to drop that link for you to register for the Tony Robbins. A few people in the chat while Miley was sharing mentioned that they struggle with LRP and retention. Just on a short note, Kate just kind of hit the nail on the head. The follow-up is so key, and the wellness consult, and if that isn't your customer's drive, like how are you slow dripping education to them? How are you connecting with them? And so I put it on our calendar for May for a topic to definitely cover, because it's clearly an area that everybody wants support in. And, I have to be honest, like that membership wellness consult, Marissa and Janice have been great putting that on the calendar. And Marissa just let us know last night, I think, she's still here, nobody's showing up. And so if nobody's showing up for classes, we've talked about this, it doesn't make sense to have classes on the calendar if people aren't taking advantage. And really it becomes our responsibility to invite. And I know we can't control what people do, but we can control our actions. So we'll put that on the calendar for a business topic coming up in May. And next week will be our final mindset training with Jordan Mossman. He will be back for his last week. So be sure to join us for that. Give me a few days, maybe 2 days to get together, 2 or 3 days to get together that RSVP form for the spring tour. The date, the times, you can start, taking those notes. And as soon as that registration link comes live, then I will send that out to you guys. I might have Jamie actually do it from the Friends and Fair site, because she's done that for me before. So I'm going to talk to her and see what the best way to manage that is. Okay. Thank you all. Let's take a quick team pic. And if you don't mind turning on your cameras real quick. Thanks, Tanya. Thanks, Carlotta. Hi, Cami. Oh, your hair looks so good, girl. All right. Smile. Thanks, you guys. Oh, as usual, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for staying on a little later and giving us your time. We have so much to share always. But most of all, thank you for showing up for yourselves, for your businesses. We are here to support you. We want everyone to be successful. We want your customers to find success with their products. So if you have any feedback, anything that you want to share that you think would make the experience better for yourself and your customers, please let us know. We're always here. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye.